What's new, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is OperationDx, and we're back here for our Simcity Let's Play on Friday, April 5th, 2013. Well, there's not a ton to do for this first Friday episode. We'll probably go ahead and plop down a recycling center a little bit later in the episode, and we'll try to take advantage of, selling alloys. I might do a mix of maybe alloys and plastic, I think, because the same amount will distribute into the same two. I forget how it works. We might do something like that. Maybe we'll start with alloys or whatever. We'll try to push ourselves back into a positive budget because it is looking a little tight right now, but we have a lot of population to get up here. We're just under 20,000, 18,009, and we just got to work our way up. So you're going to see a lot of, time killing here. We'll take some time. We'll look at some buildings and stuff. I really do like the way the high wealth buildings look in this game, and we'll probably spend a little bit of time here looking at some of the other buildings as our city gets a little more dense. Periodically, I'll probably add a little bit of a zone or two here and there just to try to kind of balance things out as I continue to watch the population index. Just how we did in the previous city, just to see, how many people are satisfied, how many people need to work, how many people have jobs, don't have jobs, that sort of thing. If I need more commercial, if I need more residential, all that stuff's in there. But as our population grows, you can see that I'm actually probably going to run into a little bit of a problem here. We've already got a high traffic flow. Now, there are kind of particular things that happen in this game on different times and stuff as people are coming back from work, as they go to work. You tend to get more traffic and stuff. But also because we have that college, we have a lot of people flowing into that college, we're going to have to do something about that. We're going to have to create some more public transportation, maybe set up some bus stops and stuff there. We'll figure it out in a little while. Well, I guess, we do have a few things to do here. We're actually going to add, a few residential and a few commercial zones. We're going to try to fix the highway system here to alleviate some of the traffic. So I guess this isn't going to be a completely uneventful episode where we're just kind of watching things, stack up. We are going to make some tweaks, but I guess that's kind of how I play the game. Always making small adjustments, small tweaks, watching the stats. So it looks like that first connection that I did onto that main highway actually did alleviate some of the traffic. That's good, but as we keep going further and further and further, that is definitely going to become more and more of a issue. And it's probably better if I think about that now sooner than later when it starts getting out of hand. Before things start to degenerate, we'll just keep an eye on that. But I have put a little ace in the hole there, a couple of cards on my sleeve to try to maximize and change up with the traffic and keep it from getting too crazy, and I'll show you some of that later. I don't know if it's going to work because there has been a couple of patches, so I don't know if my previous thing will actually fix the issue. We'll see. We'll try it, but I'm not going to show you what that is quite yet. We'll see what that is a little bit later. So to help promote jobs, because I'm having a little bit of a job problem in this city, and another problem is a lot of my population is commuting over into IndieDX. I'm going to try to alleviate that by producing more shops, but then again, you got to watch for that unsatisfied commercial zones and stuff. We're going to make sure that stays up and running good. And of course, we need to add a couple more parks here to promote high wealth, because we want it all high wealth, high wealth, high wealth. We'll probably start seeing a lot of banks, and it's kind of cool, like, if you notice, like, the way the commercial kind of conforms to how your city is. So if you have like a high tourism city, a casino city, the commercial will kind of turn into like hotels and that sort of thing. If you have like a high wealth in this city, we're probably going to see like a lot of banks and that sort of thing. It's interesting. It's interesting. So the cranes and these like metal girders and blue girders are a good sign. Things are actually moving up, and we may need to consider very shortly upgrading our roads so that we can accommodate more and more population. I still don't want to go in that direction quite yet because I want to have everything in balance before we go in that direction, because then again we'll be doing the balancing act again, and it would be a shame if we got some really nice tall high skyscrapers and then we had to just take them down because and things are imbalanced and causing a problem, that sort of thing. But I'm really happy to see that like everything seems to be working properly. And before this last session here, we actually got another patch. I didn't actually get to read the patch notes before, so I don't know exactly what it does. I also think that they're running some sort of like beta server or something that you can pre-test some of these patches or whatever. It'd be really cool if they added some content. I wouldn't count on it because it's EA, and usually any kind of content you have to pay for, so that's a shame. But you never know, you never know. I mean, we did, in fact, get a free game. All those who had purchased this game and experienced the horrendous server issue, we all got a free game, which was kind of cool. Unfortunately, we didn't have a very big lot to pick from. In fact, most of the games that were offered, I actually owned. So I actually took one game that I didn't own, which was kind of interesting. But here we are looking at our data maps, and things are looking great here. We've got the high wealth thing, and you can really see some serious high wealth going on to the top of the map and towards the center here. And if you notice, all the trees that I laid down in the center of this map are now gone. So that is what that low level of pollution is doing. It's wiping everything out. And that's a shame because like I think it looks kind of interesting with all the trees and stuff up there. Also in this area, notice how the trees are like dying off behind the college and stuff. But that's probably partly due to the trash thing. So let's go ahead and we're gonna place the recycling center, and we're gonna try to maximize and make a little bit of extra profit. So every once in a while we'll get a nice little injection of what is it, 47,000 or 48,000, which is pretty nice. But it's interesting reading the comments and stuff on one of my previous videos back a little bit, a couple episodes ago. One of the guys were, asking like, how is the IndieDX city in a positive budget, even though I have a negative budget rate? And it's because that the sales of the TVs don't get calculated into your hourly budget. So those are sold like separately from your budget and you get that money. It's kind of a weird system, but that's kind of how it works. It would be kind of interesting if that was factored into your hourly budget, but I think because it's based on, how much you're able to sell in a particular hour, like it fluctuates. Say if you have high traffic and the import-export buildings were blocked, those trucks couldn't get into your city to, pick up the goods to sell. So the number fluctuates, from day to day or hour to hour, that sort of thing. And it's probably why it's not calculated in your main budget. But this is kind of not something that is, that's not something people that play SimCity are used to. This is more something like the game like Anno, where, you produce the goods, and then the goods are taken to another island, where they're put together to create another thing. And I really like that stuff. I love Anno. It's such a great game. Like the whole gotta figure out each production chain. It's got a lot of depth and stuff. So I was pretty happy to see like this specialization kind of thing in SimCity. It makes it it throws a wrench in the gears, which I definitely like. In fact, I wish the system was deeper, and I wish there was more aspects to it. One thing I don't, it's because it's a game, I don't necessarily like the fact that we have finite resources in the deposits for coal and iron, or coal and ore and water. I mean, it's cool to a degree, but it's also, kind of, you always you're sitting there thinking, it's like, okay, when this stuff runs out, then what am I going to do with the city? I mean, because you're pretty much going to be done at that point, because you've specialized in that area, and I don't know. Maybe, this is completely off base. I'm not trying to complain here. I'm just kind of trying to think of, as far as a fun factor / gameplay element to the game, I don't know. I mean, it does make things interesting, but say in the game of Anno, when your mine runs out, you can actually spend money to completely refill it. It'd be cool if there was like a system like that, where if the mine runs down, you can just, you know, drop $1 million in it to make the resources all come back or something. That would be cool. I know it's not realistic and whatever, but this is a game. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you for watching my SimCity Let's Play and the DX Gamer Show. I'll see you guys later on today for the second installment. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.